Ejja nitgħallmu l-alfabet bil-Malti. A, B, C. Ejja nitgħallmu l-alfabet bil-Malti. A. Come, let's learn the Maltese alphabet. ABC in English, A, B, C bil-Malti. We are going to go through each Maltese letter, how you pronounce each letter, and how you pronounce each word that starts with that corresponding letter. Il-litra A. This is letter A, okay? I'm going to say this in Maltese first, and then I'm going to translate, and I want you to try and say the word with me, okay? Ah, il-litra A tħass pal father. Bil-Ingliż, the word father. Il-A għandu ħoss twil. So the letter A, if you're saying the word, for example, father in English, can you hear that A, that long A sound? Okay, so not the short A sound, it's ah. So when you're saying a word in Maltese, for example, ahmar, ahmar, which is red. Okay, ahmar. You're really going to emphasize on the ahmar, as well as a h. We'll do that soon. Next letter. B. Il-litra B tos pal ball. Ball bil-Ingliż. Din il-litra tisema pal ball bil-Ingliż. Sounds like ball, like you would say ball in English. Okay, so for this letter, exactly like you would say, sound that B in English, you're going to go b, b. So for example, which means for example, balloon, balloon, which is ball. Balloon. But any other words that starts with the letter B would have that b sound. Okay. Ch. Din il-litra tos pal ch. Din il-litra tisema pal ch. Kif tgħid chocolate bil-Ingliż. So this letter sounds like ch, like you would say chocolate in English. So when you see this letter, it looks like the letter C, okay? In Maltese, their C just makes the ch sound. Has a dot on top, okay? Their C does not make the k sound. In English, we have the C that can make the k sound, okay? Or the s sound. So it has the soft sound or has like the k sound, like k or cat, yeah? Maltese, no. The C just makes a ch sound. It is their digraph letter. So two letters, one sound. Okay? Ch. For example, cioccolata, chocolate. Cioccolata, chocolate. D. Din il-litra tos pal dad. Din il-litra tisema pal dad. Kif tgħid dad bil-Ingliż. This letter sounds like D, like you would say dad in English. Okay, it's just like how you would sound out in English, D. All right. Per esempio, dawl, dawl, light, dawl, D. And remember, dawl. Can you hear the ah? How I'm sounding out the ah? Eh. Din il-litra tħoss pal enter. Din il-litra tissemma pal kif tgħid enter bil-Ingliż. This letter sounds like like you would say enter in English. So it's not the e sound, it's the sound. Okay? Ero, ero, hero, ero, here. And yes, you're probably thinking, and I can tell you're thinking this. There's a J there, but I'm not saying J. We're going to say that soon. That letter's coming up. And you'll see how to pronounce that very soon. Oops, there we go. Almost skipped the letter F. All right. Din il-litra tos pal father. Din il-litra tisema pal f. Kif tgħid father bil-Ingliż. This letter sounds like f, like you would say father in English. So you're gonna the like you're gonna. It's about you're gonna like. It's like most like you're gonna like like spit, but you're not gonna spit. Yeah. Okay. So like father. Okay. Fiora yell fury. Flower or flowers. Now in Maltese, there if you want to say there's more than one flower, for example, you're not going to say furas. You know how when we add that s for like a books, flower, flowers. No, in Maltese they do their plurals a bit different. So for this word, the plural, so more than one flower, is fury. Okay, fiura is one flower, fury is more than one. Okay, j. Din il-litra tos pal ġarraf. Din il-litra tisema pal ġ kif tgħid ġiraf bil-Ingliż. This letter sounds like J, like you would say giraffe in English. Here we have the letter G, okay? It's got a dot on top. So for this, you're using the soft G sound, okay? If you know in English, there's a saying called gentle Cindy, okay? When you see the dot on top of the G, you're using the soft G sound, okay? You're using gentle Cindy, all right? So, per esempio, giocarel jew giocarelli, toy or toys. Again, the if you're saying one toy, you're saying giocarel. If you're saying more than one toy, so you've got a whole heap of toys, you're saying giocarelli. Okay? G. Din il-litra tos pal gone. Din il-litra tisemma pal g. Kif tgħid gone bil-Ingliż. This letter sounds like G, hard G sound, okay? We're not using gentle sin anymore. There is no dot on top. Sounds like G, like you would say gone in English, okay? Gamim, jew gamla. Pigeons or pigeon. Gamim means more than one pigeon, and gamla is one pigeon. Gamla. Gamim, jew gamla. Okay. This letter, okay, the ein sound, okay, which I'm going to say in Maltese, then I'm going to explain in English what it means, okay? So, ein itwal il-vokalli. Din il-litra hija sikata. Imma, mhux meta tiġi wara il-litra h jew fil-laħħa ta' kliem. Allura tisema h. Per eżempju, il-kelma magħha, with her. Kont ido il-h. This letter, okay, these two letters, the G and the H, okay, it lengthens the vowel. So when you're saying a word, it lengthens the vowel that it comes after. So you're saying a long sound, okay? Um, Now, this letter is silent, but not when it comes at the end of a word. So if the G and the H is at the end of the word, or if the second letter is a H, then it's going to really sound out that h sound, but very hard h sound. Okay, so for this word, it's asfjur, yell, asafar, which means bird or birds. Okay, so I'm really just emphasizing on the vowel sounds. Din il-litra, okay, I'm going to say in Maltese and then I'll explain in English, okay, because it's another letter that is like silent but not silent. Yeah, so hold on. Din il-litra hija sikata imma mhux meta tiġi fil-laħħa tal-kelma. Imbagħad tħoss bħal h. Din il-litra, okay, sorry. This letter is silent, but not when it is the last letter of a word. Then it sounds like h, h, like a very hard H sound, okay? So here, the letter is at the beginning, so we're just going to use that soft sound, hot, which means Sunday or no one. Okay, so this word has two meanings. I'm going to give an example in a sentence and translate it. Illum il-ħadd. Meta ġejjin, ġejjin nara il-ħadd. Today is Sunday. When you're coming, I'm coming on Sunday. Oh, smajt, ħadd mhux ġejjin il-dar ta' Giuseppe. something random. So I just said, I heard no one is coming to Giuseppe's house. Hat مش جايين, no one coming. Okay? din il-litra tos pal-house. Din il-litra tisama pal-h kif tgħid house bil-Ingliż. This letter sounds like you would say house in English, house. Okay, this is a little H. This H has a dash through it. It's in Maltese, we call it a tikka. And the word, per example, hops, bread. So when you say the H like this, you really gotta emphasize the sound out like you're gonna clear your throat out. Yeah. Also, a fact that Maltese language is a systematic language. Our language comes from a combination of Italian and Arabic. So when you hear a Maltese person talking, you might think, oh, are they talking Arabic or are they talking Italian? No, we're talking Maltese. It's kind of like a mixture of both, okay? And I will do a video about the history of Malta that explains like all the countries that kind of like, not countries, like, yeah, countries, things that took over from like the British to the Ottomans to the yeah. And you can see how our language has progressed. Very interesting history. Okay. I. Din il-litra tos pal evil. Din il-litra tisema pal I. Kif tgħid evil bil-Ingliż. This letter I, okay, you're using the long I sound. I. Okay. So it sounds like you're saying evil in English. So per esempio, il ma, water. Il ma. I. Okay. Okay. Din il-litra I tos pal iri. Din il-litra tisema pal I kif tgħid iri bil-Ingliż. Sounds like like you would say iri in English. Okay, so per esempio, I af, which means stop. Okay, here it is. This is the letter you've been waiting for. The one that's like, Liz, you said Y sound, but it's a J. Okay, so din il-litra tos pal yellow. Din il-litra tisema pal Y. Kif tgħid yellow bil-Ingliż. This letter sounds like Y, like you would say yellow in English. Basically, it's the J sounds like a Y. Yeah. So, per esempio, jiena, me or I. Depends how you use it in a sentence. You would say jiena for you're talking about yourself, okay? Me or I, okay? K. Din il-litra tos pal cat. Din il-litra tisema pal k. Kif tgħid cat bil-Ingliż. This letter, the K, has a k sound, just like in English, the K has a k sound. But remember, in English, you have the C that also has the k sound, yeah? Well, in Maltese, it's just the K that has the k sound. How amazing is that? They're not going to make it confusing for children. They're not going to say, like, oh, by the way, your C also makes a k sound. Oh, okay, but what letter do I use? Do I use a K or do I use the C? No. You know that in Maltese, the C always makes a ch sound and the K always just makes the k sound. There you go. Per esempio, kelb, yell, kelba. And I've got it in brackets here. It says mara, which means woman. Okay. And that translates to dog. Now, um, when you're talking and you're saying you're going to get a dog, if you're going to get a boy dog, it's kelb, which is boy dog. Okay. A boy, by the way, in Maltese is tifel, man is rajel, woman in Maltese is mara, and girl in Maltese is tifla. Just so you know. So for a boy dog, kelb, and for a girl dog, kelba. Okay. Um, so then instead of like, for example, if I was to say I have a dog, in English I would say, oh, I have a dog. And someone would say, well, is it a boy or a girl? And I would say, it's a boy dog. Well, in Maltese, if I say, Yinanti kelp, they're going to know straight away I've got a boy dog. Okay? L. Din illitra tos pal love. Din il-litra tisema pal l kif tgħid love bil-Ingliż. This letter sounds like l, like you would say love in English. L, just like English, okay? L. Per eżempju, lampuka jew lampuki. Dolphin or dolphins. Very popular fish that's in Malta, just like all around the world, okay? Lampuka, wieħed, one, that's one. Okay, lampuki is yet min wieħed, more than one. We'll go through numbers as well in another video. Okay. Din il-litra tos pal mother. Din il-litra tisema pal kif tgħid mother bil-Ingliż. This letter sounds like English, like you would say mother in English. Okay, the sound. Okay, per eżempju, mejda jew imwejjed. Okay, so table or tables. One table, you say mejda. This is din il-mejda. This is the table. If you've got more than one table, okay, so you've got like two, three tables, the plural for table is imwejjed. Imwejjed. N. Din il-litra tos pal n. Kif tgħid n. Pal nice. Din il-litra tisema pal n. Kif tgħid nice bil-Ingliż. This letter sounds like n, like you would say nice in English. The same sound n. Okay? Per eżempju, nies. People. Nies.